Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast. And this, I believe, is a classic American problem. Hopefully not a concern, for us, but you buy something that's going to just wind up collecting dust. You start off, you buy it for good intentions, and then it just sits because it winds up getting unused.
Like exercise equipment.
That's number one. That's actually where I'm going with this. But sometimes it's stuff that you put on your, your kitchen counter.
Oh, yeah,
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little appliances and stuff like that. The problem is the exercise equipment usually is a little more expensive, right?
Mm-hmm. And huge.
Right. But the reason I bring it up is because I'm actually excited that Jodi and I have ordered a treadmill for the house.
Oh.
To do regular, because it is, the weather, hot, heat, all that stuff throws you
You
off,
never
right?
have to worry about the weather.
Right, exactly. And I need to get a little more cardio in my life. I've been working out, doing all the weight training stuff now for 15 years, but I don't really have enough cardio, and I always find an excuse not to do it. But I'm excited about this arriving. You're excited too, right?
I am, because I will use it. I already had to tell Murphy the disclaimer. Understand, I am still going to walk outside. I love nature. I love to see the birds, yada, yada, yada. You know the deal. But when the weather does not permit, there have been so many times where I'm just in the house going, oh, yeah. I had scheduled a walk. I knew I was going to walk today.
Yeah.
I'm walking with the vest or whatever, or doing a super fast one or just a relaxy one. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I know that I will use this, even if I do it in front of the TV.
Well, you could do it in front of a window and get your nature.
Yeah, you do a lot of stuff in front of the windows already anyway.
Not so much anymore.
Anyway,
No wonder you moved us to a house with nobody in front of us, but a bunch of woods.
So I'll share with you in a minute how I actually shopped and some of the really odd things I discovered when I was looking for the right one to buy. The reason that I'm worried about it collecting dust is I know our intentions are good. I do believe that you and I will use this. I really do. However, what I'm going to be getting rid of is an exercise bike that has now been sitting unused for 8 months.
I know. You remember when that showed up.
Yeah, and I do. And sadly, you predicted it. I just thought you were being negative, and I'm like, no, I'm going to ride this thing. You watch, Jodi. I'm going to ride this thing every day for the rest of my life.
You did keep up with it, though, for a while.
I did. I wrote it. Yeah, it was 6 months. Here's
what? No.
Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir.
You don't think so?
3 at best. Sorry, honey. You're a very busy person.
It was a hard workout. It felt like 6 months.
Can I tell my favorite bike story? The best bike story. First of all, it was almost one of those things. It was almost a very bad day at our home because he didn't tell me he'd ordered a bike. I got home from the grocery store to find him in the middle of the living room with 100 pieces around him, and he was putting it together. And I'm like, you bought a huge piece of exercise equipment and didn't tell me, the decorator of this house? And so we had a standoff about it, but I'm going to ride it. And my favorite story was this. You had gone to the doctor. It was in the middle of December. I remember this because there was so much crazy Christmas stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
You had gone to the doctor and you had gotten, what is that?
Steroid shot, which I normally don't get being type 1 diabetic, but it was everything that I had was pretty rough and needed to be kicked.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when that happens, when you get a steroid shot, your body is on high alert for everything. You just feel like you can climb mountains. Mm-hmm. So one night in dark, cold December, I'm trying to go to sleep on time, 8 and 9 o'clock early. And he doesn't roll into bed until the bedroom till like 10:30 because he was riding the bike at 10 o'clock. But it was the steroid thing. He was insane riding the bike.
Yeah, I was like, I got to get on the bike. I could have gone another 30 minutes if truth be told. But what's weird about that is maybe this is the irony of that too, is I wound up getting really, really sick. That was the year I had the flu. And it tore me to pieces. Remember, I lost my voice here. I couldn't even do the show here for a week. I was sick for 3 weeks. That 3-week window was enough for me to completely break the cycle, so to speak.
You've had the bike that long?
Yeah.
Oh, you've had the bike for a long time.
So, it's...
Seems new to me.
So it has been sitting longer unused now than actually being used.
You have clothes hanging on it?
No.
No, no. And it's in great shape. And
I don't like it either.
it's a resistance bike, and it's tricky. You don't know this. I was using this.
You're resisting it, all right.
I resist using it.
I don't like the way it feels.
They use it for interval training, and where I work out, they've got several of them, and I actually did like it for a while. They are not easy to use when you start to do the interval stuff, and you start to go, because the faster you pedal, the more resistance it is, right? So, but the problem with it, as much as I enjoyed it, and I love the arms workout too, my upper body, I don't know how to explain that. I crave the upper body workout part. It just feels so good. And this bike has the moving arms, so I love that part of it. The problem with a bike is 30 minutes, and I would do 30 to 35 on it every time I would do it, is despite the seat cushion.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable.
It becomes uncomfortable no matter what
Correct.
you do.
No matter how much shifting you do.
Right.
You can't.
It's
correct.
Yeah. So I'm like, so that kind of ruined it, for me. So I'm going to go into this with the belief that we're going to, use this treadmill. And
we are.
And so, but when I was looking for these, there are a couple of different models out now. You can buy these little walking treadmills to put under a desk, right? Yep. You can even bring it to work with you if you want to.
Yeah.
Which is not meant for, like heavy duty workouts, but it's great for a desk or whatever, and you can get those for like $100. But there's a whole line of cheap foldable treadmills that you kind of have to watch out for. They're all brand names that you've never heard of because, well, quite frankly, they're not made here. And,
oh, you've been shopping on TikTok.
I have a girlfriend who bought one on TikTok. It's a fold up. She loves it. She walks on it in front of her TV.
Yeah,
it has not messed with her yet.
Well, I started looking at some of the ratings on these because it's too good to be true. I'm like, wow, really? For $2.99, I could get, a full blown treadmill. But then you start to read about how, because it's going to be me and you using it. Well, at least that's the goal. That's the goal.
-1.
You want to lay some money down.
Yeah, I'll take a piece of that action.
And, so when you start to read the reviews on these and you see how things, break down, those don't hold up well. And so you wind up kind of paying for something twice. It's that's that rule that my parents always had. It's like, do your homework, don't buy the cheapest because it's the cheapest. Buy the least expensive that has the best reputation, and then you won't be buying it twice. So that's what I think I went for. And there's a whole trend now of the folding treadmills, because most people don't want a treadmill, and or you don't have the space for it in your house. It's not a great looking piece of equipment to have in the living room, right?
Unless you have a room that's the workout room and you can close that door all the time.
Right.
It's not pretty.
I mean, as it was, the bike didn't look that great in the family room, did it?
Absolutely not. That's why I kept moving it around. We'd have people over. I'm like, can you stick this in the bedroom?
Yeah, right.
It's in the guest bedroom now.
So, anyway, I found this one. It's on sale. I don't know why summertime is the time that people, maybe this is the time of the year that things go on sale because everybody's New Year's resolutions, they're going to go and buy stuff right at the beginning of the year or the holiday season.
Now they've stopped.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's over now.
You move in when all the resolutions have broken down, and you can get it, for less money.
We're going to sell the bike.
Are you going to sell it on Facebook Marketplace?
No. I do
know.
not want to do that. That is work.
Yeah.
You list something and you've got 100 people asking you 100 questions.
And it's assembled, so it weighs a ton.
Yeah.
And you're not going to disassemble it to transport it, I wouldn't think.
Can you get it out the door?
Oh, yeah, you can get it out the door. It's got rollers. You just have to lift it at a really weird angle.
There we go.
But you can, yeah, right. So we'll see.
I'm just glad. Look, this has been sort of building, in our marriage.
Since the day it arrived.
Like I didn't, once you wanted it and you rode it for 3 months, I thought, okay, just, shut up about it. Don't say anything. But, on my rainy days when I'm sitting there looking at that bike and I hate I don't like riding a bike. As soon as you ordered it, I knew I would never use it. It was like, oh, you bought exercise equipment? Oh, it's a bike. So I was disappointed. And then I remember having one conversation a year in or 9 months in. If we got something that we both would use, that would probably be better. So this was Murphy's idea. By the way, 2 days ago, I'm going to get a treadmill. I was like, yes. Yeah.
Well, so the goal will be to use it. I thought that the bike was going to be good because it wasn't going to be rough on the knees and stuff, and
I know.
Didn't work out.
Well, it wasn't rough on the knees; it was rough on the butt.
Yes, and that's actually what I think. That's what ultimately finally killed it for me. It's like, do I really want to create another blister, or do I want some good
Ew,
exercise?
wow.
No. It didn't. It did not go that
There?
far. It did not go
I've
that
never
far.
had a blister
He's
there.
exaggerating. He's exaggerating.
So is this like got all the bells and whistles, you know, the incline and all that stuff?
Well, I wouldn't call it bells and whistles. Actually, it's got.
you could actually have a bell and whistle on a bike,
yeah,
though,
so
couldn't
Sam,
you?
it's really, let's just say it's got bells and no whistles.
Okay.
Because it's like it does the incline up and down, but that's part of the reason it's less expensive is I don't need all the Bluetooth and the speakers and and all that stuff. I just want
You just need to walk.
I need to be able to walk. I wanted the deck to be wide enough. It's 20 inches wide, which is the happy medium between having a full-blown running treadmill where you have more space and the stride is not quite as long. But Jodi and I aren't going to be running long distances.
I love that you asked me that, too, while he was online
I did.
researching. And he's like, are you going to be running on this? And I'm like, no, I'm not. My running days are probably over.
Yeah, you see, and that saved us $400 right there. When you
Yay.
said you weren't going to run, kick it down a notch, baby.
This is the disclaimer I want to say right now to you, or ask you. Just say right now in front of everybody. I'm still going to walk outside. I don't want you to,
No, it's fine. Yeah,
misunderstand that.
I'm not one to judge anything. Look, I'm the one that left a bike sitting for months on end. So
it's all right.
yeah. So we'll see what happens,
Okay.
when it gets in, and and the commitment is maybe I just set the initial goal. Let's go more than 3 months.
You don't need to over commitment yourself either on it. When you feel like getting on it, get on it.
Yeah.
And when you don't. But after we've had it a few months, be realistic with yourself about how have you really used
You have to
it.
assemble this thing?
Yes, but it's not difficult to assemble.
He's done it before.
Well, you know me. It's easy. You don't read the instructions.
Yeah.
You put it together wrong. You take it apart again. Then you read the instructions and put it together
and
right.
you have extra screws.
Anyway, look at me. I'm so excited. I'm excited, so thank you.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi podcast.